Like I said, we do have a first look at the what is supposed to be Oscar Isaac in the Moon Knight suit. So there's been a lot of it just came out. I think it dropped like last day. It quote unquote leaked out. So you always got to take it with a grain of salt. But I was trying to dig through some, cosplay of Moon Knight out there, and frankly, this does look better than any other cosplay I've ever seen of it. So if this is just cosplay and not official, it's really good cosplay.
You really wrecked that bathroom.
Yeah, the thing is here with this picture, I'll bring it up now. This may inevitably end up having to get cut out if Marvel comes a knocking. This might get claimed, so I might have to end up cutting this segment out. So enjoy it while you can. But nevertheless, this is what the picture that's been going around of this supposed Moon Knight suit.
I put money on it that it's a real picture.
I agree. I would put some. I don't know how much money, but like I would put $5.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say like $10.
I'd say it's worth a $5 gamble. I would say this is probably legitimate.
Yeah.
I like that they've gone in and lit up the eyes, like because that's what Marvel did with both Deadpool and Spider-Man. They animate the eyes, so I like that approach. I really wish DC would get on that with Batman.
Yeah.
I'd like to see like
Just the
Batman
white
have
eyes.
the white eyes. Like if it looks good, I could honestly see the argument of like they try to ground all these Batman movies, so maybe having his eyes light up and be animated is like you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit more than they want you to.
Well, like, I
'Cause
mean, look at Deadpool though. Like they're
if
massive.
Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, that's my
True.
point. With the Batman stuff, they always make it grounded and want to make it feel real. So I think that would be the main reason that they wouldn't animate the eyes because then,
It'd
like
be
I said,
such a simple thing though, because when people think of Batman, whether it be animated or comic books, I feel like you think of white eyes. Like I used to always think as a little kid, I'm not even joking. I was like, does he just like roll his eyes back in his head? Like
well, I think it's safe to say though that none of the Batman movies have suffered because his eyes weren't white.
No.
And I think that's the main point. It's like they don't really need to do it. I think it would look cool because they Chris Nolan actually kind of did it in The Dark Knight when he put on the sonar part of his.
We did it in
little
Batman
things.
vs Superman too when he was on his armor.
Yeah, and the heavier armor because
Yeah.
in that situation it was practical. You know what I mean? It wasn't like because that's what I mean with this or with honestly, I'd like to see how this show ends up turning up because it is in the Marvel universe, so we know it's kind of cosmic and crazy, and a bunch of stuff's going on right now. So that's someone's eyes lighting up white.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not very far fetched, so they could still make it feel pretty grounded and have his eyes light up and be animated. So I don't know. I would like to see I just in the end, I would like to see a Batman one with it. Like I would guarantee you, if they ever made that Batman Beyond movie, his eyes would be lit up white and animated.
What you
Like
think?
100%.
Yeah.
If they at least made like the suit look good and make it stayed more true to it instead of making that Hot Toys Batman Beyond nonsense.
Solid black.
Yeah. Just like a black tactical suit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because if they ever made a Batman Beyond movie, the suit should just be like Tony Stark's nanotech suit. That's just what it should do. Same with Blue Beetle. It should just and there it is. And it's just super form fitting. Looks fake because it is fake. You know?
Like Black Panther, kind of like.
Yeah, in all honesty, how that works and how it all works. Like if anything, it would look way more like the Black Panther suit as opposed to the Iron Man one.
At least like the patterns on it.
Yeah.
If there were.
But it's like super form fitting. There's no joints anywhere or anything like in the armor suits and whatnot. John, what do you think of this Moon Knight official, unofficial? What do you think about it? You think it's real? Do you think it looks good?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I think it looks fine. I don't know. I'm holding my judgment, I guess, until I see like an official reveal, official photo or scene, live action clip or something. Because like I was hoping for something more, maybe more a little stark white. I like the idea of it being like just the contrast of that bright white costume against the night, which is when he operates. Like I think that has a very striking imagery to it, and so to see them kind of dirty it up or grime it up. Like I don't know. I don't know what they're going for. I don't know why they would make that difference. Or make that change. So, you know, I'm trying to give him the benefit. I mean, it's Disney or it's Marvel at least. And so far they haven't led me astray. So I'm trying to hold off and wait until I see something maybe a little more definitive.
Definitely not with costumes. I say they've knocked it out of the park with all their costumes. Other than, and granted, this is like hindsight 2020 stuff and looking back in retrospect. And they even poked fun at this themselves. But that godforsaken Avengers Captain America costume.
Oh God.
Like that was the only one where there was like
Perfect blue.
that
Just
was not as good. Like
you
missed the mark on that one.
I see the
but-
pictures from the original Avengers where they're like all circled up in the Battle of New York scene. You look at it and it's just like it looks so cheesy almost.
And
because
it's
like 10 years old.
why he wouldn't have just like there's no padding, there was nothing on it was literally
It was just
like
like
a
a spandex suit.
it was literally a spandex suit for the most part. Like it was the suit he was wearing in First Avenger was light years better, and it was much more practical and real looking. But then he goes to this thing where it's just like he looks like a Barbie doll.
He really
Like
does.
it's just, and like it
just looks
didn't
fake.
bother me when I was watching everything, but like in retrospect, even Chris Evans has said, and even in Endgame, he's like, "Oh my god, I wore this." You know, like they even made fun of it, like America's ass. You know, but I made the comment to your point. Oh, what were you saying?
I never thought the suit itself. It could have done. I thought the biggest problem with that suit was the cowl. The cowl was just so.
No, exactly, but it's because the padding on the suit was non-existent. So the cowl, being that hard cowl, it
just
made it
didn't fit.
stick out.
Yeah.
But it was just because of the illusion of the suit being so form-fitting. That's how I've always perceived it. It's like you have like a helmet on, but then you're wearing like spandex, so it makes your head look stupid. Like it just makes it look out.
It looks like those
proportion.
guys that ride the bikes that you see like on the roads and stuff where they're wearing like spandex suits with a big helmet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But with the Moon Knight thing, I said from the start, the most interesting thing about the show, at least leading up to it without seeing anything with context, was the suit. Like that, I was like, what are they gonna do with that suit? Because like anymore, he has a black suit, but like anymore, he's always been in the white suit. And I was like, I don't think there's any way they could possibly do that white suit in that pure white that like you're talking about, because I don't know if you guys have ever owned white pants or white shoes.
I don't for a reason.
Give it a day.
I do.
Give it a day. That shit ain't white anymore.
I can't even wear white
Like,
t-shirts
sure.
without like
That's what I'm saying. Like my white shoes, if my other white shoe hits it, there's a black mark on it.
right.
You know
Like
what I
that's a
mean?
white shoe.
It's like literally, it's like, dude, what the hell? Like all I did was hit my foot with my own shoe, which is also white. So like, my main assumption, like from the start, was like they're probably going to make the suit base color more of a gray color.
I like it. I mean, if that's a legit picture, I think they did a good job with it.
I think it looks good. And like I said, I was trying to look up some like cosplay stuff just to compare. Like, well, maybe this is just like a really good cosplay. Mainly because if I had to give this picture any grief other than the lack of pixels, it would be that it does look like he's composited into this scene. I don't feel like he's actually in this room. It feels like he's been
I don't get that.
photoshopped on. You don't get that?
I just think the
I feel it.
graininess maybe makes it seem that way.
It might be.
If
But
you
like,
just went to use the
I don't
bathroom,
feel
though,
it.
that was a hell of a
It
shit.
just, I don't know. He doesn't look like, he looks like he's been composited on it. That's the only thing. Mainly because, too, I'll tell you right now, there has been compositing of some sort because there's no shadow anywhere. With the way this lighting is bouncing off the wall here, and there's lighting hitting him right directly in front of him on the right side of his face, that means he would be casting a shadow on the back wall and over to the ground. And he's not casting a shadow on the wall or the ground. So this is you can make the argument, sure, maybe it's just this light, but you can clearly tell the light, there is a light above him. It's not just this light. That's what, because of this light back here. So there's definitely a light coming at him from this angle to make it cast the beam right here on this side. Otherwise, because this light itself would not make that light ring show up on the wall there.
Yeah.
That's
That's just
not
hard
how
to
it-
say. I mean,
Either way, my point is though, I still put $5 on this looking real for the suit because, like, when you look at the cosplay stuff,
look at that one on the far right.
I know
Like, hey.
that's low effort Moon Knight. But this one actually looks pretty dope.
Not a big fan of the airbrushing, but it does look pretty
It
good.
looks pretty good. It's just like, but this is the kind of stuff you get with cosplay, and then this is what's like this. This looks a lot more high quality production. Like
It looks gritty and it looks
dark. I would again put money on this is real. So either way, I think it looks pretty good. I think everyone thinks it looks pretty decent. So I think it looks good. But the question is, guys, you guys let us know whatever you think about the Moon Knight suit here. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Let us know what you think down in the comment section below.